Hi, welcome to another YouTube video. Today I want to share with you some photo books that I have here. I thought I would take a chance to share some of these books that are just very valuable and enjoyable to read. After all, they are works of art and they are a great resource for learning from. I find that it teaches me a lot about the history of photography and who some of the pioneers of the medium are. I remember when I began photography initially, I would simply go out for the enjoyment of taking photos and with my friends and sharing those photos online without much of an awareness of who the pioneers of photography were and either from the past or currently alive. I thought I would just jump right in and share with you a couple of my favorite books. Okay, so the first book I would like to share is this book called Contact Sheets by Magnum. A very well-known book, but nonetheless worth sharing here. It is an absolutely amazing book, highly recommended for anyone wanting to learn the history and art of photography. So basically what the book is about is it has a number of contact sheets by photographers a part of Magnum, whereby they tell the story of the images captured on one contact sheet and their process in deciding which images to select for print. Take this contact sheet by the photographer Elliot Erwitt, a beautiful display of care and tenderness. I love this book because you get to see which images the photographer has selected to print. It allows you to get an insight into their process and perhaps agree or disagree with their choice. This next book is definitely worth sharing and is by far one of the books I time and time again keep coming back to look at. It's The Americans by Robert Frank. So this book here is the 2008 Steidl edition print. Initially this book was published in 1958. Aside from the long-winded introduction in this book, I think that it's an excellent book. Nonetheless, the images speak for themselves. The images in this book are basically a sequence of images from his travels across America. And what I love about the book is that it's all in black and white, and for the most part the focal length seems to be quite consistent, either a mixture of 15mm and a 35mm lens, from what I can tell at least. As I flip through this book, I really appreciate the way the images have been sequenced. Some images seem to be quite busy and filled in the frame, whereas as you progress through the book there are moments where there is a lot of negative space and time to just take in the scene without it becoming overwhelming. This book really allows you to ask questions and imagine what his subjects were thinking at the time. So overall, an amazing book and highly recommend, especially for its price tag. I don't think I paid more than about $50, so definitely a more affordable photo book. Okay, this next book is by the one and only Joel Meyerowitz, one of the pioneers of street photography in terms of color photography. I love this book for many reasons. It's a nice small book, very reasonably priced, I think, for the amount that can be gained from reading the book. The book is essentially 20 bite-sized lessons that Joel Meyerowitz, who has been photographing for over 60 years, has compiled into one book. Joel Meyerowitz is definitely a photographer who I find interesting to study, especially looking at his work and looking at the different types of photography and different genres of photography, I should say, that he has been so involved in over the course of his career. One of my favorite quotes from this book is in chapter 17, which is titled "Photography is about ideas." Photography looks like pictures, but it's really about ideas. And they're your ideas, they are unique to you. Only you can realize these ideas when you figure out technically, emotionally, physiologically, and physically how to put yourself in the right place at the right time to make an interesting picture out of nothing. Nothing in this case is everything of everyday life. So there you go. I'll let you purchase the book and have a look and spend some time with it. Highly recommend. This next book is definitely one of my absolute favorite books by the photographer Steve McCurry. This book was actually gifted to me by a good friend when I lived over in London in 2019. So very special book to me, and a book I always come back to. This book by Steve McCurry is a culmination of images from India throughout the course of his career. What I love about this book is that it really demonstrates and showcases the qualities of the people from India. Qualities like their simplicity, their humility, their humor, and also their perseverance as people. One of my favorite images in this book is of this image captured in 1983 in Varanasi in Uttar Pradesh in India. It just really shows what I was talking about before regarding the perseverance of people in India. I mean, this is the monsoon season and there are people just going about their day regardless of the very difficult situation that they are facing. Another favorite of mine which really captures the imagination is this photo from Kashmir, and it's this man sitting in a tree by a fire. I think this is just a really captivating image. The image gives me a really nice feeling, and I love the way the colors stand out with the brown and orange and red autumn leaves with the contrasted blue colder background. I could go on and on about this book and tell you about how much I love it, but I think that if you are interested in India, this is a book to get. Okay, I'm gonna quickly wrap up this video. It's getting a bit dark, so I'm gonna turn on the light here. Now, when it comes to photography books, I think that this is one of the best ways by far to learn and improve as a photographer and a storyteller. So these books here were just a couple of my favorite books that I have. I do hope that you gain something valuable out of this video. And what I would also like to hear from anyone watching is to please share any photo books which you've been enjoying recently. So leave a comment down in the comment section and let's start a conversation. And thank you for watching.